Ho, 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 and a very Merry Christmas to you all. Welcome along. It is the fifth annual Christmas Day quiz from yours truly. So thank you very much for joining us. However, you might not be watching this on Christmas Day. It's entirely up to you, but available to you to watch whenever you are so ready to watch. 30 questions for you for this Christmas Day quiz today. Now, it's slightly different format than the normal Thursday and Saturdays, and the Christmas Day ones have always been that way. So, but I've gone a little bit even more different this year because I can. So yeah, 30 questions tonight. What I have done is I have spun the wheel of luck, if that makes sense. I've looked at all of the questions and all of the categories that I've done so far throughout 2024. And what I have done is I have put those into the quiz. I've then shuffled the pack, rolled the dice, used the wheel of luck to pick the questions at random from this year. So basically, I have already given you the answers to the quiz that you're about to watch. So yeah, 25 of the questions are all from different categories. So the return of entertainment will kick it off. There is everything else in there as well. So you've got geography, science and nature, food and drink, art and literature, history, people, sport and leisure. That's the other one I think that I've got in there. Yeah, so 30 questions in total. So don't worry about writing down, round one, round two, round three. It's 30 questions, 30 possible points. And maybe this is an annual tradition in your house, ready to settle some scores. Maybe you're playing it on your own because you just wanted something to do. It's entirely up to you. I don't know how you guys are playing. I'm just going to record this for you and have it as a quiz that is available yet again for the fifth year in a row. So all you need to do is grab yourselves a pen and a piece of paper. I'm not going to wait for you. All you need to do is just pause the video if you need to go and run around and do that. But all you need to do is grab yourselves a pen and a piece of paper. And then, when you are ready, get yourselves nice and comfortable, nice and settled. And then I will do this button and that button. And I'll wait a second. So you can pause if you need to. And then we're ready to go. So welcome along. This is your fifth annual Christmas Day quiz. 2024 is this one for you. So yeah, all of the questions are from this year. Okay, no, I've got the category names just so that it makes sense what the questions are from. Otherwise, it would just be complete chaos. But you don't need to write them down. I've numbered the questions 1 to 30. The final 5 questions are going to be slightly different, and we will get to that in a little while. So let's kick off then. I've not said this for a very long time, but we'll start as we always do, but we don't have. But it's entertainment. And here then is question number 1. So what was the name of the 1963 epic war adventure film starring Steve McQueen, James Garner, and Richard Attenborough, focusing on POWs' escape attempts in World War II? So I say all of these questions have come from 2024. It's going to be really awkward if you get a question that comes up that you got wrong in 2024 and you get it wrong again now, even though I've given you the answer. That will be a little bit awkward, but really, there should be a lot of 30 out of 30s tonight. Number 2, what was the name of the group that Diana even Ross found fame with? So what was the name of the group that Diana Ross found fame with? Number 3, complete the name of the pop group featuring former Bananarama member Siobhan Fay. Yeah, I always pronounce this wrong. Fay? Yeah. Shakespeare's what? Complete the name of the pop group featuring former Bananarama member Siobhan Fahey's Shakespeare's what? Your next couple of questions come from food and drink. Number 4, La Pasta Verde is traditionally which colour? So La Pasta Verde is traditionally which colour? Number 5, carnophobia is described as the fear of which food? So carnophobia is described as the fear of which food? And number 6, what was the former name of the chocolate bar Snickers? So what was the former name of the chocolate bar Snickers? So there we go, 6 questions in. How many of you currently sat there going, I don't remember these? To be honest, when I was going through these to put them into sort of like a random generator thing that I use to decide which questions, um, I was the same. I just do not remember doing these. But your next lot comes from history, starting with this one, number 7. At the time it took place, it's very key this, at the time it took place, where was the Battle of Waterloo? Was it Belgium, United Kingdom of the Netherlands, or France? So at the time it took place, where was the Battle of Waterloo? Was it Belgium, the United Kingdom of the Netherlands, or France? Number 8, which monuments are known as empty tombs, erected to symbolize the unprecedented losses during World War One? So which monuments are known as empty tombs, erected to symbolize the unprecedented losses during World War One? Next up, let's take you into science and nature with these. Question number 9. What P is the study of life that existed prior to 11,700 years prior? Far too many priors in that and far too many P's. What P is the study of life that existed prior to 11,700 years prior? Worded that badly at the time and never corrected it for tonight. Question number 10. Discovered by Marie and Pierre Curie, which country was the element polonium based on? So discovered by Marie and Pierre Curie, which country was the element polonium based on? And number 11, what is the collective noun for noun? No. What is the collective? Yeah, collective noun. I'm right, and I've got the wrong word on screen. What is the collective name noun for a group of camels? Next up, let's delve into the Blockbusters 2024 archive with this. Number 12, what I Am was a fictional character created by Colin Dexter. So what I Am was a fictional character created by Colin Dexter. Number 13, what SL is a system of hand gestures to aid deaf people and people of hard of hearing. What SL is a system of hand gestures to aid deaf and hard of hearing people. So what questions, many of these, did I ask in geography and which ones made it into the quiz? Well, here's number 14. Fram Museum, Vigeland Park, and Norsk Folk Museum are 3 of the top TripAdvisor attractions in which country? Now, if memory serves me right, I think I put the wrong answer up for this because I think I put the country up. I put the city up, and I actually asked for the country, if I remember rightly. This was quite early on in 2024, and I have slept since. I have got the right answer for tonight, though. Number 15, which colour is the bottom stripe on the flag of Austria? 16. Hampton Court Palace has the oldest living what, dating back to the 1700s? So Hampton Court Palace has the oldest living what, dating back to the 1700s? Art and literature. Let's see what 2024 gave us from this. Starting with this number 17. Little Men was the sequel to which Louisa May Alcott written book? So Little Men was the sequel to which Louisa May Alcott written book? Number 18. Which of these is not an Agatha Christie novel? Is it Murder is Hard, Murder at the Vicarage, Murder on the Links, or Murder is Announced? People. People. But which people did I ask questions about this year? Well, here's one of them, or two of them. What is the first names of the tennis sisters that share 30 Grand Slam titles between them? So what is the first names of the tennis sisters that share 30 Grand Slam titles between them? Number 20. Which TV chef uses a scientific approach he calls multi-sensory cooking? So which TV chef uses a scientific approach he calls multi-sensory cooking? Places. I know it's similar to geography, but it's all about the places. Starting with 21. Sony, Nissan, and Fujitsu are companies that originate in which country? So Sony, Nissan, and Fujitsu are companies that originate in which country? Also the name, number 22, also the name of a US state. What is the name of the band of which Charlene Spiteri is the lead singer? So also the name of a US state. What is the name of the band of which Charlene Spiteri is the lead singer? Sport and leisure. Yes, starting with this 23. What were the color of the robots in Rock'em Sock'em Robots? So what were the color of the robots in Rock'em Sock'em Robots? 24. What color is the 8 ball in a game of pool? So what color is the 8 ball in a game of pool? And 25. How many checkers does each player start a game of backgammon with? So checkers, counters. How many checkers does each player start a game of backgammon with? Your final 5 questions, and it wouldn't be a quiz of mine if I didn't include this. It is connections, but slightly different. So usually with connections, you have to sit there and you have to go through the 9 questions and work out what the answers to those questions are, and then work out what the connection is. Well, I am going to simplify it a little bit for you tonight and see how many of these 5 connections rounds you can remember. So what I've done is on the next screen, and I'll read them out once and then I'll give a sort of 3-second leeway before going on. So what I would suggest is probably pause the video once I've read them out, so that you've got them on screen, so that you can have a bit of time to sort of have a look at them properly. Think of it like a break, like a normal sort of first or second break, or if you play on a Saturday, you know, one of those logical puzzles to sort of do. So yeah, I have got the 9 answers. I'm going to give you the 9 answers. All you need to do is work out what links those 9 answers together. These are all These are 5 connections rounds from 2024, which by my maths, by the end of 2024, should have been 52. So there's 52 weeks in the year. There's 2 quizzes a week, so it's 104 quizzes. But I've picked 5 of them. Here we go. Oh, okay. I'm going to drop my camera out as well. There's a good idea, Jay. That's a very good idea. You didn't think about this, did you, when you put this together? Okay, so number 26 then is Knight, Miller, Law, Bath, Friar, Clark, or Clerk even, Merchant, Franklin, Monk. So what links those 9 answers together? 27 is Samuel Pepys, Frankenstein, Jane Austen, Great Fire of London, William Shakespeare, Magna Carta, London Underground, Mary Rose, DNA. So what links those 9 answers together? 28, Cooked, Chatterleys, Closing, Moonlight, Goal Shooter, Hissy Fit, Spurred, Disembark, and Uproar. So what links those 9 answers together? 29, Ends, Clean, Sweep, Stone, Ice, Split, Broom, Rink, and House. So what links those 9 together? And finally, number 30, Kent, King's Cross, Vines, Electric, Free, Regent, Jailhouse, Chest, Bow, and Arrow. So what links those 9 answers together? I know I said one of those will never appear in a connection round again. However, can I just point out, it's not a new connection round. I'm just revisiting 2024. So it's kind of like a loophole in my little thing. But what I'll suggest, I'll count down 1, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to swap over. So if you want to just pause the video, so you've got all of those on screen, or jot them down, whatever you want to do. My suggestion would be pause the video, and then when you're ready to proceed, move on. I'm going to say pause the, yeah, in fact, pause the video now. Okay, if you missed those, you'll have to just rewind and go back and then pause it. Right, so I'm going to go through the answers. That's what I'm going to do. But if you're not ready for the answers, pause video now. Now we're ready for the answers, but now you've paused the video twice, which is going to be a bit confusing, but hey, it's Christmas. Let's mix it up a little bit. Right, I'm going to go through the answers, so grab your answer sheets. I don't know if you're playing with people at home, maybe it's part of your Christmas tradition from the last 5 years, who knows, however you're doing it, but maybe swap answer sheets. You might trust each other to mark them yourselves. If you're playing on your own, make sure you've got all your answers ready. Let's see how you did with the 5th Christmas quiz. So tonight kicked off then with, oh hang on, let's put my camera back on. There we go. Right, so kicked off tonight then with entertainment. Here we go. Number 1, what was the name of the 1963 epic war adventure film starring Steve McQueen, James Garner, and Richard Attenborough, focusing on POWs' escape attempts in World War II? It was The Great Escape. Number 2, what was the name of the group that Diana Ross found fame with? It is the Supremes. Number 3, complete the name of the pop group featuring former Bananarama member Siobhan Fahey. It was called Shakespeare's Sister. Sister. I don't know why I said it like that. Sister. Food and drink. Number 4, La Pasta Verde is traditionally... It's not come on the screen. There you go. Green in colour. That's purple, but you know what I mean. It's green in colour. Number 5, carnophobia is described as the fear of which food? It is meat. Number 6, what was the former name of the chocolate bar Snickers? It is Marathon. History was up next. Question 7. At the time it took place, where was the Battle of Waterloo? It was known as the United Kingdom of the Netherlands. It is now, it would be found, in nowadays, it would be found in Belgium. When it took place, it was called the United Kingdom of the Netherlands. Yeah, modern day Belgium. Number 8. Which monuments are known as empty tombs erected to symbolise the unprecedented losses during World War I? They are cenotaphs. Science and Nature was up next. Number 9. What P is the study of life that existed prior to 11,700 years prior? It is paleontology. Too many priors, too many P's, and I can't even say existed. Number 10. Discovered by Marie and Pierre Curie. Which country was the element polonium based on? It was Poland. And 11, what is the collective name noun for a group of camels? It is a caravan. Next up, we revisited the archives of blockbusters with number 12. What I Am was a fictional character created by Colin Dexter. It's Inspector Morse. Number 13, what SL is a system of hand gestures to aid deaf people? Sign language. Geography. Fram Museum, Vigeland Park, and Norsk Folk Museum are 3 of the top TripAdvisor attractions in Norway. Now, that's correct at the time. I've not gone back and just double-checked if they are still the top 3. I wanted to stay true to the fact that when I asked this question in 2024, they were the top 3. So if they have changed, don't go back and quote me on it. I've just stuck true to when the question was asked. Number 15, which colour is the bottom stripe on the flag of Austria? It is red, white, and then red. Number 16, Hampton Court Palace has the oldest living what, dating back to the 1700s? It is hedge maze. Art and Literature was next. Little Men was the sequel to which Louisa May Alcott written book? Little Women. 18, which of these is not an Agatha Christie novel? It was Murder is Hard. I mean, to be honest, Agatha Christie's books sort of indicate that murder, well, mind you, they don't get away with it, so yeah, Murder is Hard. And People was up next, number 19. The first names of the tennis sisters that share 30 Grand Slam titles between them is Serena and Venus Williams. Number 20, which TV chef uses a scientific approach he calls multisensory cooking? It's Heston Blumenthal. We looked at places for 21. Sony, Nissan, and Fujitsu are companies that originate in Japan. And 22, also the name of a US state. What is the name of the band of which Charlene Spiteri is the lead singer? It is Texas. And of the main part of the quiz, the main questions, the sport and leisure was where we finished. What were the colour of the robots in Rock'em Sock'em Robots? It is red and blue. 24. What colour is the 8 ball in a game of pool? It is black. And 25. How many checkers does each player start a game of backgammon with? 15. Okay. There we go. The final 5 was connections. Let me kill my camera just for this first bit. So let's see how you did with these then. So number 26, Knight, Miller, Law, Bath, Friar, Clerk, Merchant, Franklin, and Monk. What links those 9 answers together? It is the Canterbury Tales. I remember that caught quite a few people out at the time, so it'd be interesting to see if you remembered it this time around. 27, Samuel Pepys, Frankenstein, Jane Austen, Great Fire of London, William Shakespeare, Magna Carta, London Underground, Mary Rose, and DNA. They were all £2 coins. 28, Cooked, Chatterley's, Closing, Moonlight, Goal Shooter, Hissy Fit, Spurred, Disembark, and Uproar. I'm going to keep them on screen just for a second because the answer is they are hidden animal noises. Now, if you remember this at the time, so you had coo, chatter. Oh, what was closing? I can't remember what closing was now. You had moo, closing. Oh, sing, of course. Dingbat. Moo, shoo, hoot. So I'm looking at these. I've not put the right answers up on my. I've not got that quiz loaded. Yeah, hoot, hiss, purr, bark, roar. There we go. So yeah, hidden animal noises. As you can tell, I'm very well prepared for this. 29 ends, clean, sweep, stone, ice, split, broom, rink, and house is curling. And your final one of my favourites, Kent, King's Cross, Vines, Electric, Free, Regent, Jailhouse, Chest, Bow and Arrow. It is Monopoly Squares. That's my loophole. So all that's already been asked. It's a revisit of 2024. It's not a normal Thursday and Saturday night quiz where I've decided to put Monopoly back in again. I said I wouldn't do another Monopoly connection round, and I've kept that promise. This is just revisiting it. I'm wondering if I got away with that, and I'm hoping I have. Right, that is it for your Christmas Day quiz. Now, normally there'd be a tiebreaker question at this point. However, it is Christmas, so I want to rip up that part of it, and I want you to go, if you've ended up on the same score, go straight to a game of rock, paper, scissors. Where did my brain go? My brain just completely forgot the name of it. Rock, paper, scissors. Go straight to a game of rock, paper, scissors. That is all you need. That will settle all arguments. And do you know what? Use rock, paper, scissors to settle all arguments over Christmas. I think it's a great game to settle anything. Because if you're really clever at it, you know the techniques, and then yeah. So rock, paper, scissors to settle who has won the quiz if you've ended up on the same score. And on that note of the scores, the Christmas Day morning, so there'll be a post and it'll have the link to this quiz so you can go and find it, etc. When now you've finished it, go back to that post on Facebook or Instagram and share your scores, whether you're playing on your own, whether you're playing with your friends, family, whatever it might be. Share your score back on that post. I'd love to know how you've got on, and how many of them you've remembered from this year as well. That's just a snapshot. So if it, as I said at the beginning, what did I work it out as? So there will be 52, 104 times 50, so what's that, 5,000 something questions, and I've picked 30 of them. So it's 5,000 questions this year. That's not including the Zorrible Breakfast Show questions, Patreon quiz questions, and all sorts of other stuff that's been going on as well. So yeah, rather bonkers that. Quite a lot there of questions. And that was just a snapshot of them. So how many of them did you remember? Let me know on those social posts. Right, that is it from me for intruding on your Christmas day. I am going to go back to mine, even though I'm pre-recording this, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to let you carry on with the rest of your Christmas day. Thank you very much for involving me and having me as part of your festive celebrations. Very much appreciate the welcome into your living rooms, kitchens, wherever you might be watching this. So thank you very much for inviting me in. Christmas dinner was lovely. Thank you. It was really nice. Turkey was beautiful. Roast potatoes, perfect. That is it from me. As usual, you know when the quizzes are. Thursdays and Saturday nights live as always over the new year. And don't forget, if you're watching this before New Year's Eve, there'll be a special New Year's Eve quiz as well, keeping up that for the 5th year tradition of seeing in New Year. I don't know how I was going to word that. I failed miserably. That is it from me. Yeah, let me know your scores. Have an incredible Christmas. Enjoy the festive period with whatever it is you're doing. Gorge yourself on food. Eat, drink, be merry. All that jazz. Have a lot of fun. Whatever it is you're doing. If you're on your own, if you're with friends and family, just have a giggle. Have a laugh. And I'll see you soon. As always from me. Well, not as always from me. So Merry Christmas and a happy 2025. And I will see you soon. Take care.